a slightly higher price if they meet all the KPIs, and sometimes it can be you pay them a discounted price if on a review, a 3-monthly review or a monthly review, they haven't met all the KPIs. So there can be a price sensitivity issue related to the KPIs. So they are very, very critical. And service level agreements always have this sort of regime of the KPIs set out very clearly, and then they have this ability for you to measure the performance. Yeah. We have got an example of some sort of service level agreement. If I just link to the page, it is on page 36. So often they look like that. They're more like a table nowadays. So you've got your KPI, which is the what you want them to do. Page 36. And then you've got the service level agreement part of it, where you've got the time scale, and you've got what you're prepared to accept in terms of what they're going to actually achieve. You know, so we've got what's the average and what's the maximum time in terms of key performance indicators. Okay, might be useful. So you said legal with projects drafts that up, does it? Is this the fines? Okay, so what is the in terms of like the KPIs and the service level agreements, obviously you've got to decide in terms of what. You said to me that legal does the SLA, the service level agreement, with projects department, is that right? Yeah? So when do you get sight of that? At the beginning, as soon as the contract starts, or as it goes along, or you only get sight when you're pulled in and there's a problem?
No, it's signed before the...
You get sight of it before that, yeah? Do you ever critique them? Do you ever say they're not right, or...?
You mean what the legal put up?
The service level agreement, do you ever say that they're...
Yeah, people are free to pass comments.
Yes, so you can do...
And then it's discussed.
Yeah, okay. So they can be changed, they can be made better at the end of the day. Okay. All right. Well, they are a very useful thing to keep that relationship on track. What I'd like you to do now, on page 31, there's a scenario, yeah? It's actually London Port Authority instead of Nigeria. And I want you to read the scenario first to see if we can all get to understand it. It's about a new system that they're using at the London Port Authority. It's a sort of information system that gives them sort of navigation charts and a lot of data on navigation, and they've asked this company, this is real life, to actually create a sort of database where all these navigational information can be kept. So if you could just read that through to make sure that we're all on the same track, because then the next thing I'm going to say in groups is imagine that you've actually similarly contracted with this company as a supplier to actually give the to actually purchase this system, this SIS navigational system, and I want you to start thinking about, from the information you've got, what KPIs you might want to, if you were writing that service level agreement, what would you think in KPIs, what would be reasonable? So have a little read through the scenario.